tear their ass up. Simple as that.
Alright, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another week of the Off the Stoop podcast. I'm Wally Hippolito, and this week with me, I got Justin. We got a new homie, Devin. Jen isn't here this week, but, you know, we always missing her. Daryl's over here, and our homie Pharaoh's in the back somewhere. We are in the 6261 Mission Street, Daly City at Sheesh Records. I told you guys to check that shit out. They're doing a lot of dope shit. Check them out online. Daryl, what's the website called to get the hats?
Hoopty.com.
They just dropped some dope shit on hoopty.com. That's hoopty.com. You just dropped some dope SF hats. I'll put that up on the description later on. But before I introduce my guest of the week, damn, I had a very interesting week. It was such a good week until Friday, and it became a bad weekend because I realized how washed I became. So on
Self-washed moment.
I had a very OG moment. So on Friday, right, I went to go hoop. Of course, I didn't have basketball shoes anymore. I went to the gym, and I hooped in running shoes, and I cracked my ankle.
Oh.
and then
Wait, what running shoes were you wearing?
some fucking Nike Freeze or some shit, something hello, some Pegasus is.
You're asking for it.
Hold on, but that was a OG moment. So I was cool, and then I drive home, and I'm fine, and then that's when I feel the throbbing. I'm like, oh my god, I'm fucking old now. And then, to make matters worse, while I'm hooping, I can't move for shit anymore. I haven't hooped in like 6 or 7 months, and I'm like, damn, is this really the life for me still? Fast forward, Friday, we go to Freddie Gibbs, amazing fucking concert at 10:15. I don't get home until 4 or 5, and I wake up, and I can't get out of bed the entire day.
Yeah, that's washed.
It's a washed moment, but it was a good moment, I guess. It was a moment of self-reflection. I definitely spent the day watching the Dark Knight series, so shout out to Christian Bale. But anyways, today's very special guest is my homie Vega. He's the cousin of one of my really good friends. I won't name him because he's a hoe. Shout out Kenny. Graphic designer for Fostering Strategies. One half of what was yours and Al's rap group called?
Oh, it was just Al 80s.
It was Al 80s in Vega. Everybody give a round of applause for my homie Vega, guys.
Appreciate it. What an intro.
I know, right? That's how I do it, man. How you doing? Tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Man, I'm doing great, bro. Just feeling the vibes in here. The Sheesh shop. This is dope. This is my first time here, actually. I've been hearing a lot about it. They're making moves. The podcast is making moves off the stoop. Man, y'all moving. So I'm just glad to step in and be a little part of it, you know?
Hell yeah. Definitely trying to have you on consistently. But, so, okay, this is the first question I asked. You've been a father for a year now. And you've been a father during this entire COVID run, basically. How has that been?
Man, that's some shit right there. That's a good question because my son was born at the end of 2019. So, and I work in the medical field. So, it was just a crazy time because we were on this high of like, you know, our firstborn son, you know, he's at the house. I'm taking my leave a few months off, staying at home. And then COVID starts like right at that time. And then, everybody at work was just going through it, and I'm just at home, you know, like chilling with my boy and my girl. And then soon as I go back to work, it's just like you're there, like you're in it. No one else is going to work. I guess it took a few months, but people stopped going to work, stopped going out. Mm-hmm. I'm going to work every day, coming home to my son every day. So it was just a weird time, and now we're trying to get him to like socialize and be around people, be around the family, because he's not used to that as a baby. Like he was just used to staying at home and walking around the neighborhood and shit.
Bro, my cousin had a kid too, and he works in the medical field also, and it's crazy because his daughter is so used to having his mom and dad at home, and now that they're like out of work more often, you could see the attachment issues, and they just had another kid, which is fucking nuts. Like 2 kids in the same COVID era. I'm like,
yeah, see, because once you have one, everybody's first question, as soon as they see, they're like, what about number 2? What about number 2? Latin and Filipino families, bro. When you have 2, they're like, what about number 3? So I'm just like, man, number 2 and we're about to go on lockdown again. Like,
don't say that. Don't say that. We said we wasn't gonna talk about this. Don't say all that.
No, I feel you, but that's just my thoughts on like when people are like, when is number 2 coming? So we'll see. We gotta, I guess, weather the storm for now,
bro.
But I mean, we're enjoying it right now.
That's good. That's good, bro. I don't know if this has been happening on your feed, but why the fuck is everyone going to Hawaii right now? Have you been seeing that? There's a lot of motherfuckers.
Because they know we going back in lockdown. They're like, let me get it in now.
I swear to God, every other day now, there's somebody in Oahu.
Everyone I know is in Oahu or
Maui.
Actually, go to Maui. My cousin just went to Kauai. Shout out our ladies.
Dude.
I mean, everybody's trying to get away while they can because it's either Hawaii or Tulum. Right? Cancun, Tulum
That's
area.
true. That's true.
Those are the main 2 right
Bro,
now.
so I'm going to Cabo in a couple weeks for a Labor Day weekend.
See? Okay, what made you...
Well, I'm going for I can't say, but
okay.
Nah, but I'm going for something, and then yeah, dude, I'm just excited, but I'm also nervous because I don't know if they're gonna let me back into the country.
I think that's why everyone's going to Hawaii. Because if you leave, I mean, what are the restrictions right now when you leave the country, and then let's say you're gone 2-3 weeks? What's gonna change in that time trying to get back?
That's what I'm scared of. I saw one of my boys yesterday, and we were talking about this, like, yo, what if they don't let us in? And I was telling everyone, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go live in a hut for like a couple days and then fuck around. Cause bro, we're in Cabo at the end of the day. I'm still gonna go out and have fun, but it's just gonna be an extended amount of fun. Yeah, hell yeah. But I am a little nervous about going to the border and then coming back and like, oh nah, you can't come back into the country, fam. We're on straight shutdown. It's like, nah, bro, I'm American though.
Yeah.
I'm from America.
They're like, you look kind of Mexican. We're not sure.
So, fuck you. When
the certain light hits you from a certain angle.
Nah, bro, it's from every angle. Motherfuckers think I'm Mexican, bro. I went to Fuego a couple of weeks ago in San Jose. Worst place to go to. It was COVID infested. It was hella Mexican folks. And I was standing up on the wall, and some dude tapped me, and he was like, he was saying some shit in Spanish, and it was loud, and I heard him, and I was just like, no habla español, bro. And he looked at me, and he's like, you're a shameful Mexican. I was like,
are you for real? Wait, what is it? Fuego?
Fuego, El Fuego, or some
club.
shit. It's somewhere in San Jose. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was not a good.
What kind of club is it? Like
It's a straight Latin club.
Like Latin trap shit.
Like bro, I had never heard more Bad Bunny in my fucking life.
Right. Oh, okay. They got See, San Jose is popping with that. I'm sure.
It is, but I'm not trying to have it all Mexican and like not even just Spanish, like all Mexican, bro. Because I was like the second tallest person there.
Oh, it was like. Hey, they got some bad ones out there.
Oh no, for sure. But they only speak in Spanish too.
Right.
That's when I have to bust out the Google Translator on my phone. Like, hey, yeah, no, I got you.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, but let's get into it, man. One of the things I wanted to really talk about this week, DaBaby, some crazy shit. If you haven't heard what DaBaby did by now, he was at Lalapolooza talking some crazy ass shit about having AIDS, and this isn't verbatim. People having AIDS, sucking dick. There were some things about Bible verses and animals. No, I'm just fucking with you.
I was like, I missed that one.
No, I'm just fucking with you. I might get sued for that, but But no, he was just saying some heinous shit, man. And I'm not gonna talk about all of it, but I hope look it up yourselves. But what are your initial thoughts on what DaBaby said and what's I mean apparently like what's happening to him and his money right now?
Yeah, he's getting dropped left and right. So I heard he's trying to meet with like some HIV AIDS
Like a coalition, right?
and
Yeah.
get educated, which is really, that's what you do. Like when you make a mistake like that, you try to educate yourself. But it's kind of like, come on, bro. Like read the room. Like Lalapolooza, how many people were there?
Bro, there was at least like 50 to 100,000 folks.
I saw
there.
a picture of just like a crowd. It looked like ants.
It was
just
crazy.
Like, packed together, and it's just like, bro, you really think you're not offending? Like you could just say some shit like that and not offend nobody in here? Like, come on, bro.
Bro, this is my thing. I think where's DaBaby's from Charlotte, right? He's from North Carolina. Yeah. This is my thing. I think his mindset was like, I've played the villain. He plays a good villain.
He's been getting away with a lot of shit.
Yeah.
He slapped a couple women in the face. Like,
has he? Oh
yeah,
shit! I didn't even know about that.
I mean, they kind of like got up in his face, and he kind of like.
Oh, he mushed him.
Yeah,
all right, that's different though. Yeah, you know that's foul still, but I think that's a little different. If somebody's getting in your face, I think for me personally, it's man or woman. I'm not going to mush the girl's face, but you got to get her away from. You got to swat her away.
It was kind of like he was walking through a crowd, and they're like putting the phone, and then he just. It was something like that.
It was like Chappelle's show when he was walking through the club.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, no, that's fucked up.
It was. What episode was that?
I forget, but it was everything in slow motion.
Right.
When you take a shit in slow motion, when everything is slow motion, it's better.
Everything just looks better.
Yeah. So it was like that.
Classic.
Okay, now if it was like that, okay, that's fucked up. But if a girl just would try to run up on him,
no.
Okay.
So he's been getting away with, a lot of shit, right? So he just thinks he's untouchable now. He's at this point where he thinks he's beyond repercussions, you know?
Well, I think to like add to that, I think he just really likes playing the villain, and it's not that he's intentionally trying to do it. It's just that's all he knows. You know, when you're able to adapt, when you're adapting to something and you're growing up, you kind of not adapting. When you're growing up, that becomes a part of your personality.
And when it's making you millions.
When it's making you millions, it only amplifies, right? So why the fuck would I even go out to seek and change? Why would I even try to do these things? Like, I mean, he did that. Everybody justified what he did to those kids with the gushers.
What did he do?
You didn't see that? No, he didn't do anything to them. So the kids tried to hustle him. So they were selling gushers on the street, and some kids, DaBaby was trying to get him, like he was trying to pay them, asking them how much, and he was like, $2. He was like, all right, bet. So he comes and says, how much for the whole box? 100. How many gushers? DaBaby asked how many gushers you got. Got like 20. That's not $100. So DaBaby was like, nope, fuck that. He took $2. He took his $2, gave it to him, took 2 gushers, and like closed the door and went and gone.
So he took the gushers and the money.
No, he didn't take the gushers. No, he gave him the $2 and took the gushers and dipped. But bro, if you're a millionaire not like that, and you see someone, no, but not if you're gonna hustle him.
Oh, if the kid was trying to get
over? Kid was trying to get over because there were 30 packs at $2. That's like $68. Right. It's not $100.
He was charging that tip. That $40 service fee.
Fuck that.
That kid was smart. He's charging him extra fees.
See, that's where it comes in, where you don't you can't be fucking with people like that. Like you gotta know who you're messing with.
Was he in his own city?
I don't know. It didn't say, but But I mean, nonetheless, it was like you can't hustle a hustler, you know.
Yeah.
But like that's besides the point. To go back on the Lalapolooza thing, I think DaBaby, I think what he said was fucked up, and his PR team did a terrible fucking job trying to cover it. But at the same time, this was a dumpster fire, because it's not like Donald Sterling, where this shit was just voice recorded. Bro, you said this in front of 100,000 people.
Live.
100,000 phones. And at minimum, those people all have 100 followers.
Oh,
So,
at the very least.
What is it? What is it, like 10 million? Right? Yeah, that's 10 million eyes
At
that have
least.
seen that at least.
Right.
That's fucking crazy. And
I mean, you got to think about now, like, how does, if his PR team, obviously they couldn't cover that up, but now what are they going to do? Every move that he does now is just like, okay, is he just playing this as a PR little tactic to kind of like win people back? You know, like everything just looks like, all right, bro, like you're just trying to make up for some dumb shit you said.
oh, for sure. I mean, have you seen his apology letter?
Yeah, I think I read it.
That
Someone
shit was
posted it.
so half-assed. Like it was
But someone
terrible.
probably wrote it for him too, right?
Oh yeah, of course. That motherfucker doesn't read. Obviously.
Yeah, he's got to do a little bit more.
But dude,
I mean,
but the thing is, you know, you got to give him a little grace, right? He was willing, and he took ownership of what he did instead. It's not like you can't. But I think, see, this is the thing. You got to go out and seek for the information before you catch heat like that, before you catch the smoke. The thing in that video was not everybody saw that he was talking about his fans. His fans don't suck dick in the parking lot. His fans are like bougie or whatever.
how does
you know?
he know?
That's what I'm saying, dude. But what did he? I think he failed to realize, like,
So
bro.
it was a shot at like Lil Nas X, and
Oh, that's a good question.
that's the first thing I thought.
You think so?
He was there, right? Lil Nas X.
I'm not
They
sure.
had everybody performing at.
Yeah, I'm sure hella people were at fucking Lollapalooza. I mean,
I guessed. That's a
You-
complete. That was my assumption when I
Was
first
he-
heard him say that.
was Lil Nas X there?
Can we look that up? Hey, where's the fact check guy?
We need a fact checker. All right,
coming soon.
next episode, fact checker. All right, but
Yeah. I don't know. That's just what I thought when I heard him say that.
but I mean, even if, bro, like,
Right.
didn't they make music together? Haven't they made music
Oh
together?
man, I don't know. Now you're going.
See, that's
Yeah.
that's where it like gets kind of tricky, right? If you are calling,
Because why did he say that? I mean,
bro? You know what
we're all thinking why, but was he sending? Was that a direct shot at another artist that had performed?
Oh shit. I mean, who could it be though?
Yeah,
Besides
man.
Lil Nas X, like, there's no openly gay. There's no other openly gay rapper in hip hop besides. I mean, Tyler the Creator's
I don't
kind
think he
of
would've went
fruity.
at Tyler like that. Tyler's not. He. I don't think it was that Tyler.
No.
No, he wouldn't have came at Tyler like that. What's the dude who was all being flirty and touchy with Tyler? The white
Jack
rapper?
Harlow?
Yeah, him.
No, because I think Jack Harlow's big enough to where he kind of garners a little bit of that respect. But I mean, regardless of who it was, like, if it was like aimed at somebody or not, you gotta do. If you feel this way,
I mean,
do
come
it
on.
behind closed doors, bro. Like, this rap shit. Not that I'm a rapper in that world. I mean, you have these connects. You have these abilities. You have this ability to like connect people and get them together. If you got something to say to somebody, go and fucking DM the motherfucker.
How do you feel about some people's other arguments that have said, well, rappers promote killing, black people killing each other, and
Yeah.
Record companies eat that shit up and love it, and no one shuts them down?
That's tough because
That's a
it's so
heavy-
fucking
yeah.
true, dude.
Yeah. It's tough, bro.
yeah.
It's kind of like these festivals, they're getting these artists that are talking drugs and violence.
Well, but the thing is, everybody is there to do drugs in the first place. Like,
Yeah,
everyone
so
is at the
let's
festival
cancel-
trying
yeah.
to do drugs. So it's
like
the
part of
violence
festival.
part.
Yeah, it's the violence.
Yeah, it's the violence part that's like the hard part for me, because I can't tell somebody to not talk about their experiences. It's like telling me to go do stand up and not talk about like whatever talk about like people in like the gay community, you know, because I have a lot of friends in the gay community. Not that I roast the shit out of them, but everybody can catch the smoke. But it's not
Right.
like, I guess it's the
Comedians got the pass.
No, sometimes. But the thing is, okay, it's the platform DaBaby said it on. If DaBaby was a comedian, everybody would have been like, "Oh, okay, there's." He's not that articulate though. He's not that articulate though.
It wasn't funny.
Yeah,
so
that's
it
true. That's crazy, man.
It was hatefully directed towards a group of people that didn't, it didn't need to be said or done. If he feels that way privately, okay, well, you can't change his mind. But damn, yeah, you're right. On that platform, you gotta come on, bro. Read the room, bro.
Yeah, you know what he did though? You know what he thought? I bet he thought this. He thought, and I don't want to bring this fucking man up. He thought he was Kanye, bro. He thought he could say anything and he would get the fuck away with it. Bro, that is the power of Kanye West.
That's the Kanye effect.
That's the Kanye effect. Everybody thinks they can say some shit like Kanye, but nobody can back it up with the talent and the shit that Kanye does. Bro, Kanye's talked about slavery. He's talked about presidents not liking him. He's talked about Trump not fucking. He's talking about fucking with Trump. What else he's talk about? What? Okay, the better thing is what hasn't he talked about? What's the difference, bro? DaBaby is not as talented, and Kanye.
But Kanye would have never said what DaBaby said.
But Kanye is a rapper. I mean, DaBaby is a rapper. Kanye is an artist. That's the difference. And Kanye is an artist.
Kanye actually back in the day came out and he was pro. Ending all the homophobia in hip hop. I don't know if you remember that interview, but Kanye was like, "We need to stop with this homophobic narrative in hip hop. We say this is gay in a negative way." Like, you don't remember that one?
Well, where was that on? 98?
He was talking to, was it Sway?
The Sway interview
on MTV or something.
Oh shit! No, I don't remember that, but I believe it though. Kanye was literally ahead of his time with like the pink polo and all that shit, but that is the difference. Like Kanye has a cult following, but people know that cognitively he knows what he's saying.
I don't think he always does though.
Okay, see, hear me out. He doesn't spew it out the right way. But if you like break it down,
like if we sat with him right now and let him explain his
he would be able to say he did say that thing DaBaby said. He would the next time he would be able to sit down and articulate like, okay, right. I said it like this, but what I meant was.
Let me explain it a little deeper.
With DaBaby, you sit down and he's gonna say the same thing.
Okay.
And I wholeheartedly believe that. I don't think it'll switch up I don't think he could switch up the narrative or anything. What he said is what he said.
Right. He fucked up.
I mean, we all
Shen
fuck
Yun,
up.
drop his ass. Come
Dude,
on, make the call.
The Shen Yun, man, that's the biggest L there that he took.
Hold that huge L.
That's that Chinese money, bro. That's that yen. He missed out on billions of yen with that.
Oh man.
But did you hear about what T.I. said about the situation?
No, I don't think so.
So T.I. in the same situation with DaBaby, he talked about Nas X actually. He was like, okay, if we're gonna condemn DaBaby for saying all this homophobic rhetoric, why aren't we going to chastise Lil Nas X for talking about being gay? And it's like,
wait, that's what he literally said?
I'm like mixing it up a little bit, but like, yeah, but that's pretty much the whole premise of what he said. And you can look it up and I'll
I mean, look, I don't want to go too deep into it, but I'm just, if you're a gay artist, like, that's dope, promote it, like, okay, that's fine. I'm just against that satanic shit. Like, when that shit came out, I'm like, you're canceled to me on that side of things. Yeah. But promote, like, your other lifestyle, I don't care. But if you got some Satan shit going on, like, I'm good. That's just me, though.
Nah, I feel it. But let me ask you this. But isn't he not already exposing a world that's already going on?
Exposing it or? Not
exposing. Because
everyone's talking about this shit.
Because I don't think he's necessarily promoting it. But
I think you're promoting it when you're putting millions of dollars into a video with the record label's money. You got a whole setup. You got a director. You got a Nike shoe dropping. Did that shit get canceled too? The Nike.
Yeah. I think some people got their shit though.
Yeah, some people got it right, and now the price is just gone way up.
You save those for like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah,
100,000.
That's just the fucking world we're in. I get it, but it's like I'm good. I don't need to see none of that shit.
I'm not saying I need to see it, but okay, to go off of what T.I. said, it's like complete apples and oranges, because what DaBaby said was complete like homophobia.
If T.I. said it like that doesn't make any sense.
And Lil Nas X, he's just expressing who he is at the end of the day. Like, he's doing what an artist fucking does.
Which is
and this is my thing with T.I., bro.
I think. Oh, go ahead.
No, go.
No, I was just saying. But is Lil Nas X, is his main fan base kids?
Yeah, from the Old Town Road.
Yeah, from the Old Town Road, right?
I would say so. Like, but are these kids still following him to this day? I don't think so. But I do think his following is probably like 16 to like 23, 24. I think that's his demographic. Because anybody over 25 for sure isn't listening to Nas. They're not going on their Spotify and like, oh shit, let me bump this new Nas X right now, bro.
I want to know how Nas feels. He's using your name, bro. Nas, look, can we get a Nas statement? Because that album just dropped and that shit was fire.
How was it?
I mean, you know me, I'm a little older, so that's my shit, man. Like, to me, that's top 5 dead or alive.
Real hip hop.
Like, one of the greatest albums of all time, and that's
what?
Usually West Coast people don't say that. I
the one that just came out?
No, Illmatic.
Oh shit! I was like,
no, Illmatic,
bruh.
Illmatic.
I've heard Nas rap lately. It's not that lit.
No, I'm saying Illmatic is obviously undeniable, but he won the Grammy last year with Hit Boy, and I didn't even think he deserved it because there was so many good albums last year, and this album is better than that one.
Really? Because he came out with one in what, 2019, or was it last year?
No,
the one that
right?
The one that Kanye produced for him.
Oh yeah, that must have been like 2019.
Okay, so he had a Hit Boy. I didn't listen to the Hit Boy album.
They won best rap album last year.
Oh shit! See,
so
that's how much.
This is another Hit Boy album, but this one's just way better.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I got
Lauryn Hill on there. You got some good features. So that's the shit I listen to. You know, so.
Bro, I've literally almost stopped listening to hip hop exclusively. Not because I hate it now, but it's just.
Yeah. No, I mean,
like it's hard. It's just too many like whack ass rappers, and I'm like, they're always getting put into my face on my algorithm. I'm like, bro, just give me some Freddie Gibbs and I'm smooth, bro.
Yeah. How was that show? I want to hear.
Dude, that show was fucking lit. He had it rocking.
I bet.
So at 10:15 it was open. They have a new layout. You know how it used to be 2 rooms on the middle floor and the entrance? They broke down the entire thing and it's just one big ass room now.
So there's no small room.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And then they were spinning downstairs actually. Shout out Sheesh.
Right. Shout out Sheesh.
And then but we were all the way upstairs in the green room area, dude.
What's that like? So they remodeled the whole upstairs and downstairs?
Well, this was one of my first times going up to the green room. This is like where Freddie and Alchemist and them were kicking.
Where you can still see the performance, right?
Yeah. It was dope, man. Like, I liked it. I wish they didn't have the plexiglass there, but I get it because some people are hella drunk and stupid. But it was cool. They actually made it to the back, like right behind Freddie as they finished their last song. But I was up there chilling. I was fucking loaded. I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
And then I had another moment where I realized I was washed. Dude, these kids were fucking moshing down in the main floor.
I think I saw it.
And I just kept thinking, oh my god.
I thought it was a fight when you posted.
Bro, no, it was just kids moshing.
For Gibbs?
Yeah,
I didn't know that was part of his.
Dude, they mosh for anything.
Is that
bro, you can play some H-Town and they're gonna start fucking moshing. And I thought about this the other day.
This is some H-Town though.
Bro, I thought about this the other day and I was like, What if I start playing Tevin Campbell? Would these little motherfuckers start
please
moshing,
don't
or
ruin-
would they start, or
don't
they
ruin my
dance?
childhood.
Because I don't think these kids know how to dance no more.
That's
Or like
what
I don't
it
think they
is.
know how to grind up on a girl, like,
No.
or even
Hey.
ask for a dance, you know, or maybe they're
No one dances.
scared of getting rejected.
So let's just fight about, or let's just mosh about.
Let's just
it.
like let out our physical,
Were there any girls in there? Any females?
bro. No, there was this one girl that didn't intend to be in it, but I watched her the entire time, not on some creep shit, but she was at the edge of the mosh, and then some dude, like, I guess bumped her on accident, and she just made it in, and she was a ping pong
just
ball
got in
for
there.
20 fucking minutes, bro. I counted it on my
sapped it out.
phone. Bro, it was this little girl, bro. She wasn't even dressed like you or me or like hip hop. She was dressed like really nice. You could tell she was wearing all white with heels, like white flowy pants type of move. And she just
was in there.
she tried the entire time to get out, and I just watched her, bro. I was like, damn, poor you. Like,
Couldn't get a dance.
my
but you gotta,
heart is with you, girl. Like, I hope
got
you
bounced
survive.
around
If you're
for
listening
a
to
few
this
minutes.
if you're listening to this right now with this camera, I saw you and I acknowledge you, yo. You are a sap. Because, dude,
Props to you, girl.
if she made it out of that, she like broke a neck. Knock on wood. I hope she didn't, but dude, it was crazy. These kids are
You never know
moshing.
what's gonna happen at 10:15. That venue.
Dude.
I've been at some many parties there. Some crazy shit.
We were just talking about this earlier. If you don't have a wild story at 10:15, you've never been at 10:15.
Have you even lived?
But I was a little
Yeah.
scared though of the COVID situation. That's why I stayed all the way upstairs. It was smooth.
That's cool.
We actually got to meet Freddie for a little bit.
Oh
quick
shit!
sec- like, quick second.
Yeah.
Just a what's up. I mean, I don't want to
He seems
juice
like
it or
he's
anything.
cool. Like he's hella funny.
Bro, he
He's
rolls
hella-
in a small ass crew. Surprisingly,
Yeah.
like I thought he seemed like the type of dude to roll with hella people, but came out it was probably like 4 or 5 dudes.
Yeah, Gibbs is dope. I started peeping his shit more like the more interviews I started watching of his. And I was
You
just
watched
like,
the
man, he's a
Rogan
solid
interview
dude. Yeah.
with the
That was one of-
comedian, bro? I fuck with him. That's
It
actually
made
one
me
of the
wanna
reasons.
listen to his music.
Yeah, because
more.
he's like a very intellectual person.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't
From-
say he
from
says fuck
Indiana,
yeah
right?
he says fucked up shit, but it's like it's kind of profound, right?
Yeah. He's got a lot to say. And that's another that goes back to what you were saying, like if an artist is gonna step out, make these bold statements, share their bold thoughts, and then get some anything you say you're gonna get backlash nowadays, right?
Yeah.
But then if you can then come back with a rebuttal and explain yourself, like, you know what I mean? Like, let me see who you really are behind this one statement. People fuck with that. They gravitate towards that.
Yeah, for sure. But also, we as I think a society have to be able to give people a chance to
Right.
like explain what they mean, or not even make up for it, but just like expand on what they meant, or be able to retract a statement.
Right.
And that's not to say when you let them retract the statement that you completely forgive them, but you have to let them retract the statement and then let them show you how they've evolved since then. Like,
Yeah.
bro, one of the things I was thinking about was the whole cancel culture thing, and I watched Suicide Squad this weekend. You know James Gunn?
James Gunn?
The
No.
director. So
okay.
so he's the director for Suicide Squad, but he was a director for Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
Okay.
But he got canceled because he tweeted some shit like 10, 12 years ago.
See?
Something about like killing babies or some shit, or punching a baby. But it was, if you know this dude, it's very obviously
Some
a fucking
ridiculous-
joke.
yeah,
Like, it was
yeah,
some
ridiculous
out of
joke.
Bro, this was when Twitter was a wild boy. Like, this was when Twitter was early, like
Yeah.
08, dude.
Yeah.
And he caught so much backlash for that shit. Disney took him off like their roster of directors, and he went to DC and filmed Suicide Squad, which was fucking dope actually. But
Right.
it's just this whole thing, like, it's
It's like-
crazy.
At what point, like, are they gonna go back and check your MySpace quotes?
Fuck.
You know,
They're really about to flame you for your top 12, huh?
like this cancel culture shit, man. It's a trip, and I don't know.
You think cancel culture is real?
What do you mean by real?
Do you think that people actually get canceled?
Canceled by like a certain demographic of their fan base? Sometimes it happens, like it's happening to DaBaby right now. Maybe
I don't think it's real, bro. I don't think the
people just yeah.
I think.
What do you mean, like?
I don't think I think cancel culture is a cute little statement, but I don't think it's real.
Like who really got canceled?
Exactly,
R.
like
Kelly?
us, bro. R. Kelly is one person.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean R. Kelly and Jeffrey Epstein, but nobody knew who Epstein was until he killed himself.
Right.
Like really.
Yeah.
Like, but other than that, I don't think cancel culture is real, bro. They
Yeah.
tried to cancel Bill Cosby.
And look at I was
The
just gonna say
the
he didn't really
motherfucker's
get
out.
canceled. He's out.
He's about to go on tour.
And no shit.
He's doing sets.
Are you serious?
I'm dead fucking serious.
How old is that dude?
He's in his 80s now. So the crazy part is,
Do you ever really get canceled, or do you just get some bad publicity, which ends up being good publicity?
exactly,
comes back
any
around.
no publicity is bad publicity. That's what they
That's
always used to say,
crazy.
right? And the thing with this generation and the technology we have, it's a cycle. Chappelle said this best. We're in the age of spin. Nobody knows what the fuck they're looking at, and nobody knows what they're seeing
You're right.
because nobody has the time or the patience to sit back and really dissect because they're already on to the next fucking
Yeah.
thing. So it's cool that you want to cancel Bill Cosby. It's cool that you want to try to cancel DaBaby, but we're going to see this is my
Right.
thing. I think DaBaby, he got canceled from all these shows. I think they took him off for now, and when the backlash kind of subsides a little bit, they're gonna secretly insert him back in,
Bring
like,
him
yo, we get that
He's
DaBaby
gonna
made
drop
mistakes.
An album that's gonna be like
Yeah, he'll address it in his album. I mean,
Right.
with these festivals, it's a business, right? So they don't want to look like they're supporting, anti-gay or
Right.
homophobic rhetoric. So they have to like answer initially, but bro, I'm
But in the
telling
end,
you,
it's the spin,
later on,
right? They're
yeah.
gonna spin it.
He's gonna come back like, yo, DaBaby, we really fuck with him now. Like he's made this. He's met with the gay straight alliance or
Right.
whatever, and we're gonna see him very
No,
soon.
you're right. That's exactly what it is. I mean, people's attention spans are so short, and like I said, there's always like one group might hate you for now, but then this other group is still gonna love the shit out you, and you got all this attention that you might have even created this whole new group that kind of hates you or kind of likes you, but it doesn't matter because you got their attention.
bro, you know who DaBaby? You know what group he attracted? The KKK, bro. DaBaby attracted the KKK or the Proud Boys. He's like, you know what?
You got him on the squad now.
He's
They're in the
like,
entourage.
This black is a good one.
good black.
This is a good black. He don't like them gays.
Oh shit! Damn.
Bro, the Proud Boys and the KKK they're fucking with him so hard right now. He's like, we gotta recruit him. They gotta.
They got a feature on the album.
What? what was Chappelle's the KKK dude, the blind one?
black dude?
Yeah, that's what they're gonna do with DaBaby at the next rally. Like, hey, shh, don't say nothing.
Put a mask on him. Put the hood on him. Oh shit! That's damn. We got DaBaby and the KKK connected. Hey, can we sound clip that?
Bro,
Right
that's gonna be a
ASAP.
fire clip. Hey,
Oh shit!
time that, someone. Thank you.
Clip that.
Yeah.
Take that.
But what else? Did you watch Versus?
Yeah. Yo, shit. The Locks and Dipset. Yeah.
Bro,
I watched it twice.
I watched it once. I didn't watch the initial because I think I was at a show, but I watched it.
I would watch it again and just leave it on while I'm doing some shit, like play it in the background.
I may
Like,
watch
that's
it
how
again
dope it
tonight,
was, yeah.
honestly, to see it again. But what do you think about it? What do you think about it?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's my growing up. You know, like the Locks. Dipset was they came at the Locks were first. Let's get that out the way. They're the OGs of those two groups. So that's why they were kind of like acting up in a way, like getting in their face, because it's like the older brother.
They fucking,
and the little brother comes and tries to challenge you in front of everybody. You're gonna be like, motherfucker, you're not gonna do this. You're just not. So Dipset's kind of like the little brothers, but I thought Dipset had just like a huger fan base, especially in New York, and
well,
they got the anthems.
For a minute, they were New York.
Yeah, exactly.
For a hot minute, they were New York.
And they got those anthems, so I was kind of like, the Locks with that street shit, I don't know if they could do it. But Jadakiss, he took it upon himself to be like,
he
he
chose violence.
He
bro.
chose violence that morning, that night, the next day.
Bro, he chose it once they announced.
Yeah.
Like, he was in his room doing push-ups every morning like Batman.
He was in pull-ups after the show. Did you see that? Like, he said it in the mid-show. He was like, but I'm on Adderall. I don't know if you caught that.
No.
He must have took like 2 Adderalls and just been on a good one. Like, I'm ready to spit bars all night. Bars.
Bro, they're going on tour, right?
Yeah, that's a perfect way to start it. But now it's like, damn, you're going on tour and you shit on the whole Dipset. Fucking Jim Jones fell off stage. Like,
dude, that's what I kind of miss. That's what I missed about this. And I thought this was going to be the whole premise of Versus, like motherfuckers who don't like each other. But I love this Versus. My favorite ones so far have been Dipset and Locks, and then Gucci and Jeezy, because it really brought back that old school hip hop where motherfuckers didn't know, like, hey, this shit might not, this Versus might not finish. Yep. This might end in a Royal Rumble.
It's like the biggest battle rap scene.
Yeah,
right there,
and know? I love that shit, because now everybody's kind of like, it's cool that everybody's boys, but this, I mean, I don't want to bring it back to like guns and violence and shit, but it's not like the fact that everybody's hella cool now and getting money, it hasn't reduced gun violence or violence in these type of communities, and that might not be the entire thing, but I just miss that type of energy in hip hop where if this shit is going down, I want to see it in my artists too.
No, well, they couldn't have done this back in the day.
Fuck,
you know what I mean? So now that they're grown men, they got families, they're making a lot of money, they got businesses. They know they got this tour coming up. Like, they have that energy because it's just in them. Like, they're really from the streets. Like, all of them, all those guys.
Yeah.
But they're really getting money too. So they still gave, that whole show was just energy to me. Just energy. Like, you could feel it through the screen. So they know how to give that to people still. And you can't say that for a lot of these new rappers.
Nah,
you can't say that. They're just kind of like, it's a big thing now for people. It's like, see, you shouldn't be rapping over your vocals. Like, you should just be straight spitting bars and focusing on that. And the DJ said the DJ was important in that Versus too, because the Dipset's DJ was trash. Bro, and the Locks DJ was so on.
He point. Was on it. They were in sync.
They were in sync.
They
prepared.
Knew what was up.
He was like, when Juelz was like, do they like girls? And Jadakiss said, drop a medley for the women, and they dropped like 5 straight songs.
Bro, I didn't realize how many like lady love music that they had.
I didn't either, bro.
They had some bangers, bro. And Dipset came they got blindsided there.
They got blindsided. That's what happened. Jim Jones fell off stage, bro. Like, he was not ready. We all saw you fall.
He got to do more of those leg workouts, bro.
Cam was pissed. I could tell Cam was heated.
Cam was carrying these fools.
Bro.
The only reason
bro, it broke my heart to see Cam get booed at the end, though. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
For real?
Wait, why did they boo him, though?
I still don't get it. Why? What was that about? Let him speak. He wanted to go a cappella, right?
Yeah, but I don't know. You don't do that to Cameron, bro. And the worst thing of it is that motherfucker will still kill you. Like, so you really don't do that to Cameron.
Man, but I mean, it's gonna be a good tour. I'm trying to go. Shit, when they come here to the Bay,
You think are they coming here?
they, the Bay is where it's at. Like, artists know they need to fuck with the Bay now.
You think so? All right, let's get into that a little
Yeah.
bit. You think artists from
It's
the
a
outside
huge market. What I mean, if we looked at the list of like markets for
like nationwide, right?
nationwide for hip hop, like
You got
come to a show.
Atlanta, New York, Chicago, LA,
Yeah.
Milwaukee.
Well, the Bay comes before Milwaukee, but
Oh, I'm not putting it in order.
right,
I'm
right,
just-
right.
Yeah, I guess so. I
No,
guess,
it's-
yeah.
Bro, no, it's up there. Cause New York, LA, right?
Yeah.
Top two. What else did you
Atlanta,
say? Atlanta,
Chicago.
is up there.
Probably.
I would say the Bay. Is the Bay ahead of Chicago? I don't know.
Yeah,
Don't hate.
maybe, just because
Let's look at the numbers.
because the
after
money,
show.
because there's more money in California for sure. That's probably why.
There's more money,
But-
and we kind of like we're so accepting of everything. Like everything's dope to us. You know.
That's
like,
true.
Like you could be from anywhere. You come here, you got a following. Like
Is that to a fault though? Is that bad because we're so accepting of outside cultures outside of the Bay Area? We don't have time to necessarily raise our own.
you said it. I've always think about that, and I think
'Cause you know
that's a big problem with it.
You know what's fucked up? My favorite rappers of all time are fucking. I think my top rappers of all time is
Okay,
Kendrick.
This is good, right? I've been wanting to ask you this.
It's Kendrick Lamar,
Mm-hmm.
Tupac. Very controversial, but T.I.,
Oh,
Rakim,
Ooh.
and I don't really want to put Kanye up there because Kanye is my top artist of all time, but he's not my top rapper of all time. Not on my
yeah.
top 5 rappers of all time. And then fifth one, I'll leave fifth open for right now because I can't really say. But you know
the
that
top 4 maybe Kanye.
yeah. So you heard me, like Kendrick Lamar is like my number 1 favorite rapper of all time, and that dude. I don't want to say kid because he's older than me, but
No, I'm not mad at that. I love Kendrick. I'm a huge fan.
But that's a problem. You don't think that's a problem?
Because you're from the Bay, or what?
Not necessarily. Okay, I don't want to frame it like it's a problem, but it's an issue because that means I'm not. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's a personal preference. Also, I'm not. What is it? I'm not. I don't feel myself in the music necessarily, I guess.
That's
I
from
would,
out here, from
as
this
from out
area.
here, as I would with a Kendrick Lamar, even like a Nipsey Hussle. I think actually Nipsey Hussle starts it into my
Nipsey's
top
number 5.
5.
Yeah.
Nipsey
I feel
Hussle, Kendrick, Tupac, and
Well, Tupac,
Rakim and-
Tupac is a Bay artist.
oh yeah, for sure. But a lot of his shit when he grew,
He
Where do you-
transcends all fucking
That's
areas.
true, that's
He's
true.
worldwide.
but yeah, bro, do you think that's something? What's up with that? Like, why can't?
I mean, I think everybody from out here thinks about this all the time. We do have our culture is so dope, and it's getting a lot of popularity right now.
Yeah,
We're getting a lot of shine right now, but it seems like it's still not enough. But yeah, this has been the topic of conversation for Bay Area hip hop since like, man, the 90s, like
bro, since Mac Dre was alive.
since before that.
Since
Because the
84.
hyphy movement was kind of like a whole push to get attention. It was just like,
Yeah.
let's just
But-
we have so much dope shit out here, and it was really like it started with the original art like Too Short and all them, and then went into mob music, which that was a whole movement in itself, like the mob shit.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then came the hyphy shit, and it's always been like, why don't we get the type of respect that other areas get? It's just kind of starting now, but I can't really put a finger on it. I
It's
can't
crazy
act like I
because
know.
you mentioned the hyphy movement, and that was like the biggest movement we ever had as a Bay Area music culture. But the thing is crazy because Atlanta helped us start that.
Lil Jon.
Lil Jon, yeah. I mean, and I'm not saying all of Atlanta, but like
No, but it
that's
was
an
true
Atlanta
because
song.
that fucking Tell Me When to Go, when that video came out
Yeah.
on BET and MTV, that was everything. With the sideshows in it,
Yeah,
and it was
straight
in
up.
black and white. 40's wearing a Niner jacket, like, that was like, everybody was like, we did it, or so. I don't know what
No,
it was that we did, but
there was a
on
there was
mainstream,
a there was a
guess.
huge sense of pride when that came out, because
Yeah.
I think after the pack came out with In My Car, and that was always on MTV Hits. I remember watching that shit almost every morning, and I'm Shining was on. San Quinn started to hit big.
Yeah. Big Rich got
Big
on
Rich,
BET.
yeah, and then they had SF, bro. Remember SF Anthem was on
Yep, that
MTV
got
Music
lot
for a
of-
little
yeah,
while.
It did.
So there's moments,
Yeah,
There's
we get
flashes.
moments. We get moments.
but there's
We get
never
flashes.
longevity. Like honestly, the only one I really see putting on right now that I don't even know if he's like fully putting on, is Pilo. Because he reps the Bay, and then let me say it like this: he puts on hard,
He
but he
does.
can't be the only. He can't be the only one
G-Eazy.
doing it. Yeah, G-Eazy too, and Kehlani.
He's like a
and-
pop star now.
yeah,
She's-
yeah. He's kind of transcended into something else.
Kehlani, she's big.
But yeah, see, but even with our sound, bro, it took LA took the sound, like YG and DJ Mustard,
I think
and they
that's
amplified
why
that shit.
we get kind of like, because so many art. It's not even just LA too. It's like they used to steal the slang words all the time. you know?
Yeah.
That was back when slang words existed. Now
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just like whatever's on the internet is like everyone knows.
God.
But like before, it was like certain areas would have like their certain terms. But yeah, I mean, that's what it is. It's like we get to peak, at what it's like to be popular, and then these other fucking areas, rappers come and take it. Like I don't know if you remember Jazzy Faye.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
E40's fucking son, like he was
His-
making
his-
hit after hit, just production wise, like fucking with the top artists at the time. This is like early 2000s, but just stole 40's whole ass swag. Like the way he would hold his glasses.
Oh,
like
shit.
Everything. Yeah, he straight.
I didn't
stole
even
it.
notice
He
that.
tried to talk like him, everything,
See,
and everyone knew it. What was happening?
but no one addressed
But
it.
he's getting this huge. He's getting money like doing this, and 40 is just sitting back like, well, that's what happens.
And that's why I gotta push back on the big market thing, bro. If the Bay Area was that big of a market,
Yeah.
nobody would allow that shit. Hip hop would not allow that. And I'm not saying as someone that's inside, but someone that's peeking from the out, like there are gatekeepers to that shit. And if you do that with anybody else, you would get called the fuck out. But
Yeah,
E40,
right, especially in New York, right?
yeah, exactly. The biggest rapper in the Bay right now and the last 10, 15, 20 years, E40, he got gypped and nobody's saying a fucking thing to Jazzy Faye about it.
Yeah, they just like forgot about it, like now 40's getting a lot of love, which is good to see.
But he should have been.
He should have been,
Fuck.
but it is what it is,
Yeah.
We here at Sheesh Records, we trying to change the game, put
Yep,
Daly
yep.
City on the
Shout
map.
out Sheesh. We need to add the drop. Jeez.
Oh, is there a drop?
That really is
Oh,
their
shit,
drop. They've been
yeah.
having that for like 6 years now.
Oh, that's
But
sick.
let's get into this no stupid questions. We finally got a question this week. Y'all keep sending those in at, what is it, Justin? No stupid questions at gmail.com, or when I put it up on IG, ask your question. That's no stupid questions, no NOSTOOPID questions at gmail.com. And this week's question, what's this week's question?
This week's question is: would you choose love over happiness? Question mark! Exclamation point.
I think this was by the homies Big Rob and V Easy at the Crossing Minds podcast. Definitely check them out. It's a great relationship podcast, and they got some really dope content out of there. And the question was, would you choose
Love
love
over happiness.
over happiness? Me first? Okay, yeah, I'll go first. Would I choose love over happiness? No. Hell no. I would choose to be happy any day over happiness because love is happiness too. I think both these things are very temporary. Not split second temporary, but one can go away and the other can come in very easily. And I think being happy is much better than being loved, because love, you can essentially take that away and take it away forever. And that's kind of like my view on it, because
your dark twisted view on it. Yeah.
No, my dark twisted fantasy. But no, happiness, I prefer happiness way more, because you have the ability to control that always. You could choose whether to be happy or sad every single day, every single second. You know, it won't always work, but love comes from somebody else. Love comes from an outside entity that you cannot control, and not that you should try to control it, but it's something that is out of your power.
So we're talking about being in love with somebody.
Shit. I guess we can.
I was thinking about it like, well, love is happiness, because if you're moving the way, from what I've learned is like, just the way I move now, I try to move out of love. Like, I'm not thinking about it just like how I love my girl, you know, and my son. I'm thinking about it on the lines of my motivations. If my motivations are based out of love, and my actions are based out of love, like, then I will end up being happy regardless. That's just the way I took it. But, you know, everybody's got their own definition, because really, like, you know, like you said, like, some people are going to look at it like they need love from another person in order to be happy, I guess. But
yeah. And that's where I'm saying, like, you can really fuck yourself up, and that's why I would prefer happiness over love, and I would choose it 100 times over.
Yeah, because I'm just like, man, if I want to be happy, I need to do everything based in love, and I'll be set, like, regardless of like material bullshit, you know, that we get or
yeah.
Yeah, like, I can't go wrong if I'm moving in that way. But, like, relationships wise, if we're gonna go in that direction,
yeah, we can do that. Got some time.
Love over happiness.
Love over happiness in a relationship.
That's tricky, because
if
are you saying that if you're in love with somebody, you're not happy? Is that what that's saying? It's like an either or thing?
I mean, the saying goes like, happy wife, happy life, right? That's not necessarily true, bro. You could be fucking miserable. You could be miserable while your wife is happy. Like, trying, and I'm not married or in a relationship, but like trying to make your wife or your girl happy every second of the fucking day, that can make you fucking miserable. If within context, you know, within context, if you really if that's all you're focusing on, you know.
Right. And I see we know people, some people like that, but like I said, though, it goes back. But if I'm doing that just out of love, like I want a happy wife, happy life type of thing, because I want to do it, because as a man, like, I feel like it's part of, like, it's one aspect of my role in life is, like, make sure my girl's straight, make sure my son's straight. Then after them, make sure I'm straight. Like, that shit makes you, I mean, you get to a certain point where that's kind of like the completion right there, you know? It's like the Thanos glove. Like, you can't have just one of the gems. You got to have all the gems. You know what I mean?
You got to have the whole gauntlet.
To really feel the full power. So
I feel that.
That's just where I'm at. Like, it's not the end all be all. Like, I got to get my wife happy. But it's just like, that's one of the jobs that I have to fulfill as a grown man.
I feel that. That definitely, if you're in a committed relationship, especially if you got kids, that has to be a pillar, right?
Right.
But if you're, I think in this situation, in the context of this, it's choosing. I'm thinking about it in like outside of like your intimate relationship, right? It's just like in general. I think if you're trying to so hard to connect with somebody that you try to love them so much that you lose happiness over trying to make them trying to love them. That shit will make you miserable, and like that is the rolling effect of what I'm talking about.
Hey, that's a good question. No stupid questions, for sure. That was not a stupid question.
And when I mean no stupid questions, that doesn't mean you can't fucking ask everything, all right, guys? That just goes with the fucking show, okay? So you can ask whatever the fuck you want. I feel like I thought it was I think it was a good segment, and I think people are just like, I don't know if they're intimidated to ask because they feel like
they want to ask a serious question now.
Yeah. I'm just like, dude, you can ask anything. It's called No Stupid. It's STOO because their show is called Off the Stoop.
It's like next week it's like, where do you think the economy is headed?
Oh, okay. If you start asking me, I could give you a fucking answer, but yeah, everybody. Hey,
it's gonna turn into CNN in this bitch.
Hey, it could, as long as we get the funding for it. But no other questions, right? Not this week. No other questions. All right. Anything else?
Shit, man. I mean, I guess shit. Shout out to fam. We already, our ladies, Zemo, close friends of the whole Sheesh connection, and just like, shit. Hit me up if you guys looking for some dope graphic design work.
Definitely.
Work with the fostering strategies, digital communication side of things. So working with different businesses and orgs, like basically helping companies and organizations get more of their digital presence out there, look more professional, uplift voices and like in the struggle. So whoever's looking for some good work, man, fosteringstrategies.com, or follow me, Celo Veg, on Instagram, CELOVEG. And yeah.
Support your blacks and browns. I'm not talking about chess pieces either. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this week's episode of the Off the Stoop podcast. Make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube and ring the bell. Follow me on Instagram at offthestooppodcast. And from Sheesh Records, I'm Wally Hippolito with Vega, Justin, Devin, Pharaoh, and fucking Daryl. I'm going to see you guys next week. Peace. Oh, hold on. And leave a fucking review on iTunes, all right? We're trying to get this shit up.
Come on now.
Peace.